My friends, in life we are called to be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. There are things that build us up when shared, and there are things that, when spoken carelessly, can bring harm to ourselves and others. Today, I want to share with you 4 things that you should never share with just anyone. In life, one of the most important lessons we learn is to be careful about whom we trust. Our weaknesses, struggles, and vulnerabilities are a deeply personal part of who we are, and not everyone is meant to know them. While it is true that sharing our burdens with the right people can bring healing and encouragement, there is also great danger in revealing our struggles to those who may not have our best interests at heart. The reality is that not everyone will handle our weaknesses with care. Some may use them against us, some may spread our private matters to others, and some may judge us instead of offering support. When we expose our struggles to the wrong people, we give them access to our most sensitive areas. A person with the wrong intentions can take that information and use it to manipulate, discourage, or even harm us. Many people have faced betrayal simply because they trusted too quickly. What seemed like a sincere listener later turned into someone who misused the trust placed in them. This is why discernment is crucial. Before opening up about our deepest battles, we must ask ourselves, is this person trustworthy? Will they genuinely help me, or will they use this against me? Another danger of sharing our weaknesses too openly is the possibility of unnecessary judgment. People often view others through the lens of their own experiences, biases, and limitations. Instead of offering encouragement, some may look down on us thinking we are not strong enough or capable enough. Others might misunderstand our struggles entirely and give advice that is neither helpful nor wise. This can lead to frustration and even greater discouragement. We must remember that not everyone is equipped to handle the weight of our struggles, and it is not wise to expect understanding from those who have not walked in our shoes. Furthermore, there are those who do not intend harm, yet they still contribute to the spread of our weaknesses simply by sharing them with others. What we tell one person in confidence may soon become a topic of discussion among many. This can lead to unnecessary embarrassment, stress, and complications in our personal and professional lives. Some matters are best kept between ourselves and God, or only shared with a trusted few who have proven their integrity over time. Instead of revealing our weaknesses to just anyone, we should turn to God in prayer, seeking His guidance and strength. There is no safer place to lay down our burdens than in His hands. He is the one who truly understands our struggles and knows exactly what we need. If we do need to speak to someone, it should be a wise and trustworthy individual, perhaps a mentor, a faithful friend, or someone who has shown genuine concern for our well-being. By exercising wisdom in whom we confide, we protect ourselves from unnecessary harm and ensure that our vulnerabilities are met with the care and support they deserve. Conflicts are a natural part of life. Whether in friendships, families, or workplaces, disagreements will arise because no two people think exactly alike. However, how we handle these conflicts speaks volumes about our character and wisdom. One of the most damaging ways to deal with conflict is through gossip, talking about the issue with those who have no part in resolving it. Gossiping about conflicts does not bring solutions. Instead, it creates more division, spreads negativity, and often makes matters worse than they originally were. When we speak negatively about someone behind their back, we may feel a temporary sense of relief, but in reality, we are planting seeds of discord. Words have power. They can either build up or tear down, heal or wound, bring peace or create strife. When we gossip, we turn private matters into public discussions, allowing opinions, exaggerations, and false assumptions to spread. This can lead to misunderstandings that go beyond our control. What may have started as a simple disagreement between two individuals can escalate into a much larger issue, causing tension and resentment in an entire group. Another danger of gossiping about conflicts is that it damages relationships. When we speak ill of someone to others, we not only harm that person's reputation, but also our own. People begin to see us as untrustworthy, wondering if we will also talk about them behind their backs. Over time, this can lead to broken friendships, a loss of respect, and isolation. Trust takes years to build, but only moments to destroy. Instead of allowing our emotions to push us toward gossip, we should seek ways to address conflicts directly and respectfully. Gossip also blinds us to our own faults. It is easy to focus on how someone else has wronged us, but rarely do we stop to consider if we contributed to the problem. By constantly talking about the faults of others, we avoid self-reflection and personal growth. True wisdom comes from understanding that conflict is not just about who is right and who is wrong, but about learning how to communicate, forgive, and find common ground. Rather than gossiping, we should take the matter to God in prayer, asking for guidance on how to handle the situation with grace and maturity. If a conflict needs resolution, the right approach is to talk directly to the person involved with a heart that seeks understanding rather than victory. If the issue cannot be solved privately, seeking the help of a wise and impartial mediator can be beneficial. Gossip, however, should never be an option. It only deepens wounds, spreads bitterness, and pulls more people into the conflict than necessary. Choosing to refrain from gossip is not of weakness, but of strength. It shows self-control, maturity, and a desire for peace rather than division. In the end, the way we handle conflicts reveals our true character, and those who choose integrity will always stand out as people of wisdom and honor. In life, we all have dreams, ambitions, and goals that we work hard to achieve. Whether it is a career aspiration, a business idea, a personal milestone, or a life-changing decision, the excitement of our plans often makes us eager to share them with others. However, not everyone needs to know our future plans, and in many cases, keeping them private is the wisest choice. While sharing can sometimes bring encouragement and support, it can also invite negativity, discouragement, and even obstacles that could have been avoided. One of the main reasons to keep future plans private is that not everyone will understand or support them. Some people, even those close to us, may doubt our abilities, question our choices, or discourage us based on their own fears and limitations. Their words, whether intentional or not, can plant seeds of doubt in our hearts, making us second-guess ourselves. What starts as excitement can quickly turn into hesitation when we allow others' opinions to overshadow our vision. Instead of seeking external validation, it is better to stay focused and let our progress speak for itself. Another risk of sharing plans too soon is that some people may have hidden jealousy or ill intentions. Not everyone who listens to our dreams is happy for us. Some may secretly hope for our failure, while others may try to compete with us or take advantage of our ideas. In a world where competition exists in almost every field, sharing too much information can make us vulnerable. A good idea spoken too soon can be copied, modified, or even used against us by those who do not have our best interests at heart. By keeping plans private until they are solidified, we protect ourselves from unnecessary interference. Additionally, sharing future plans too early can create unnecessary pressure. When we tell people what we are planning to achieve, they begin to expect results. This can lead to stress and anxiety, especially if things do not go as planned or take longer than expected. Instead of feeling free to adjust, learn, and grow at our own pace, we may feel trapped by the expectations of others. By keeping plans private, we allow ourselves the flexibility to make changes, take detours, and refine our approach without external judgment. There is also great value in allowing actions to speak louder than words. Many people talk about what they want to do, but few actually follow through. Instead of making promises about the future, it is more powerful to work diligently and let the results prove our dedication. When success is visible, there is no need for explanations or justifications. The world will see the fruits of our labor without us having to announce them prematurely. Keeping future plans private does not mean living in isolation or never seeking advice. It simply means being selective about whom we share with and ensuring that those we do confide in are trustworthy, supportive, and wise. Success is best enjoyed when it unfolds naturally, without the unnecessary noise of opinions, doubts, and distractions. Money is an essential part of life, but discussing financial status openly can lead to unnecessary complications. Whether a person has great wealth or is struggling to make ends meet, sharing financial details with others can invite problems that could have been easily avoided. While it may seem harmless to talk about income, savings, or financial struggles, being too open about money can attract envy, exploitation, and even unwanted advice that may not be in our best interest. One of the primary reasons to keep financial matters private is that money can change how people perceive us. When someone learns that a person is financially successful, they may begin to treat them differently. Some people may see them as a source of financial help and expect favors or loans. Others might become envious and start resenting their success instead of being happy for them. Even those who once treated them with respect may start seeing them only for their financial worth, rather than for who they truly are. On the other hand, if a person is struggling financially, sharing that information openly can lead to pity, judgment, or even loss of respect. Instead of offering genuine help, some may use that knowledge to belittle or take advantage of their situation. Another risk of openly discussing financial status is that it can attract people with bad intentions. When people know someone has wealth or valuable assets, it can make them a target for scams, theft, or manipulation. There are those who may pretend to be friends only for financial gain, seeking to benefit from their generosity. Others might try to pressure them into making unwise financial decisions, such as investing in risky ventures or giving away money without careful consideration. Even among family and close friends, money can become a sensitive topic that leads to misunderstandings and conflicts. Financial discussions can also create unnecessary comparisons and competition. In many social circles, people unconsciously measure their success based on the financial status of others. When someone shares details about their earnings or possessions, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy or pressure to keep up. This kind of unhealthy comparison can result in reckless spending habits, debt, or financial stress just to maintain a certain image. Instead of focusing on personal financial growth and stability, people may get caught in a cycle of trying to impress others, which can be damaging in the long run. In addition, discussing financial status openly can expose personal struggles that should remain private. Not every financial challenge needs to be shared with others, especially if it does not contribute to finding a solution. Some people may offer unhelpful or misleading financial advice, making the situation worse instead of better. Seeking guidance from a trusted financial advisor or a knowledgeable individual is a wiser approach than sharing details with people who may not truly understand personal financial needs and goals. Keeping financial matters private is not about secrecy, but about wisdom. Money should be handled with responsibility and discretion. A person's financial journey is personal, and it is best managed with careful planning, thoughtful decisions, and limited exposure to those who may not have their best interests at heart. Life is full of decisions, challenges, and uncertainties. No matter how much knowledge or experience a person gains, there will always be moments when human wisdom falls short. This is why trusting in God for wisdom and guidance is so important. He sees what we cannot see, knows what we do not know, and understands every detail of our lives. When a person leans on their own understanding alone, they risk making choices based on emotions, limited knowledge, or external influences that may not lead to the best outcome. However, when they seek God's wisdom, they align themselves with a higher plan, one that is rooted in truth, purpose, and divine insight. Trusting in God for wisdom begins with humility. It requires a person to acknowledge that they do not have all the answers. Many times, people rely on their intelligence, experience, or the advice of others, but even the most well-intended counsel can be flawed. Human knowledge is limited, but God's wisdom is perfect. He sees the bigger picture and knows the outcome of every choice before it is even made. When a person turns to Him, they open themselves to guidance that is beyond human understanding. One of the greatest ways to receive God's wisdom is through prayer. When a person sincerely asks for His direction, they invite Him in their decision-making process. He provides clarity in moments of confusion, peace in times of uncertainty, and strength when the right choice is difficult to make. The answers do not always come immediately or in the way one expects, but God is always faithful to guide those who seek Him with a sincere heart. Sometimes He leads through an inner sense of conviction, other times through wise counsel from trustworthy individuals, and often through His written word, which is full of timeless principles for making good decisions. Trusting in God also means being patient. People often want quick answers and immediate solutions, but divine wisdom is not always revealed instantly. There are times when God allows waiting periods to test faith and build character. Rushing into decisions without seeking his guidance can lead to unnecessary struggles and regrets. But those who wait on him find that his timing is always perfect. What may seem like a delay is often a divine setup for something far greater than what was originally planned. Another aspect of trusting in God for wisdom is the willingness to obey. It is not enough to ask for guidance and then ignore it when it does not match personal desires. True trust means following his lead even when it requires stepping outside of comfort zones or letting go of personal plan. God's wisdom often leads in ways that may not make sense at first, but they always lead to the best outcome in the long run. Relying on divine wisdom brings peace, confidence, and security. Instead of being overwhelmed by uncertainty, a person can walk forward with assurance, knowing that they are being led by the one who knows all things and desires the best for them. Trusting in God's wisdom is not just a choice, it is a way of life that brings true fulfillment, purpose, and direction. Words hold great power. They can build relationships, bring encouragement, and spread wisdom. But they can also cause harm, create division, and lead to misunderstandings. This is why practicing discernment in conversations is so important. Not every thought needs to be spoken, and not every listener is worthy of hearing everything we have to say. Knowing when to speak, what to share, and with whom to communicate requires wisdom. The ability to discern in conversations helps a person avoid unnecessary conflicts, protect their privacy, and maintain meaningful and respectful relationships. One of the key aspects of discernment in conversations is knowing who to trust. Not everyone who listens is a true friend, and not everyone who appears kind has good intentions. Some people listen only to gather information that they can later use for their benefit. Others may seem supportive, but secretly carry envy or ill will, sharing personal struggles, future plans, or sensitive information with the wrong person can lead to betrayal or manipulation. This is why it is important to observe a person's character before opening up to them. Trust should be earned over time, and not everyone deserves access to one's private thoughts. Discernment also involves understanding the right time to speak and the right time to stay silent. There are moments when sharing thoughts or experiences can bring encouragement and wisdom to others, but there are also times when silence is the best choice. Speaking out of impulse or frustration can lead to regret. Harsh words spoken in anger can damage relationships, while careless words spoken in haste can create unnecessary problems. Learning to pause, reflect, and choose words carefully can prevent many misunderstandings and conflicts. Another aspect of discernment in conversations is knowing when to walk away. Not every discussion is worth engaging in, and not every argument needs a response. Some conversations are filled with negativity, gossip, or pointless debates that only drain energy and create tension. Engaging in such discussions often leads to frustration rather than resolution. It takes wisdom to recognize when a conversation is becoming unproductive and to step away with grace. Protecting one's peace and mental well-being is far more valuable than winning an argument or proving a point. Discernment also helps in handling disagreements with maturity. In any relationship, conflicts will arise, but how a person chooses to communicate during those conflicts determines the outcome. A wise person listens carefully, speaks thoughtfully, and responds with patience. Instead of reacting emotionally or defensively, they seek to understand the other person's perspective and find common ground. This approach not only resolves conflicts effectively, but also strengthens relationships and builds mutual respect. Practicing discernment in conversations is a lifelong skill that requires self-awareness, patience, and wisdom. It protects relationships, preserves one's integrity, and helps in making wise choices in communication. By being intentional about what is spoken and to whom, a person can navigate conversations with confidence, avoid unnecessary harm, and contribute positively to the lives of others. In a world where words travel fast and trust is often fragile, being mindful of what we share is a sign of wisdom. Not everything needs to be spoken, and not everyone needs to know every detail of our lives. By keeping our weaknesses private, avoiding gossip, protecting our future plans, and maintaining discretion in financial matters, we safeguard our peace, relationships, and personal growth. True strength lies in knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. When we practice discernment in what we share, we not only protect ourselves, but also build a life rooted in wisdom, integrity, and purpose. Let our actions speak louder than words, and may we always seek guidance in what we reveal and what we keep within.